we lost Sam. Hello, everyone. I'm speaking slightly softly. Let me know if you can't hear me because my roommate's doing an interview in the hall right behind me. I just looked at my desk and realized how much of a mess it is, so that's gonna like bother me. So I'm slightly gonna be doing that. I don't know why Sam vanished. I can't hear you. Just no Sam today, guys. She's just gonna be watching from the abyss. There we go. Now I can hear you. Hi. Do you want to hit play on the timer playlist? One of my nails fell off. Fake nail, obviously. I love saying that. And then for a second, I don't know if anyone actually thinks it, but I get worried people are going to think my actual nail fell off. And I'm like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
If anyone was concerned. IRP. I think my interview went really well. I'm feeling like if I don't get the position, it'll be because there was someone better, not because I did poorly. And I feel like that's a good place to be in, interview-wise. That was a terrible quote. So they seemed to like what I said for a lot of things. I talked about the book talk we do, and they were really interested in that. So I think all around was a success, even if I don't get the job. Which I mean, I'm hoping I will, but the job market these days. I did forget to tell them that I have book selling experience. Totally blanked on that. It's on my resume, but I just totally forgot that I did the convention with Sam, and that's books that I was selling, because I was selling books, but I just know nothing in my brain for that, I guess. But it's fine. What are you going to be working on today, Sam? I almost just called you Storm. Oh my god.
Research.
Noise. Put my nails back on.
I'm also going to double check. There, I'm going to send out the streaming schedule. So.
Nice. I didn't post
for approval
anywhere. So that's what I'm going to do either now. Yeah, I'm going to do it now. RP just gets to watch us do...
That's okay. I have been listening to These Violins, which is the second book in a duology. The first book is These Violet Delights, and then Our Violent Ends. And it is like this Romeo and Juliet dystopian retelling with Chinese and Russian gangs, and then there's also the nationalists and the communist armies coming in. There's like also scientific monster transformations, and this should all sound really cool, but it's so Romeo and Juliet, and I hate that play. So there's like this one character, her cousin Ty, and I'm like, oh, this Tybalt, he gonna die. Yeah, and then he dies at some point, and I'm just like, yep, see.
Yeah, with it being a straight up retell,
No, it's not a straight up retelling. Okay, it's just more a retelling than like, because a lot of people when they say it's like, oh well, this is a Romeo and Juliet story, they really just mean it's star-crossed lovers from like enemy families, and then the similarities end there. No, there's so many more similarities, but I also wouldn't just call it a retelling because, like I said, there's a lot more to it. Like Benvolio and fuck, I forgot, but they're gay for each other, so that was not in the original play.
Or was it? Dun dun dun. No, it wasn't. But
Rosalind is like, she has a twin sister, and they're spies.
Are all the names the same, or like are some of the names the same?
They're like pretty close. It makes it pretty obvious, even if they're
Okay.
not. Because Benvolio is actually named like Benedict, I believe. So,
Okay.
and then Romeo is Roman. So it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like you know.
Yeah.
But
What's Juliet's name?
she just goes by Juliet because she lived in America for a while. But her actual name I forget because
Okay.
she's
She
Chinese
goes
and
by
she has a
Juliet.
Chinese name.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Uh,
I really want to enjoy the book, but my dislike of Romeo and Juliet, the play, half the time I'm just like, why do I care?
do you know if it's a romance or a Oh, we have to get going. Okay.
No, I have
Springtime.
no idea if these people are going to be happy.
Welcome back, and welcome to all the people that came in during our first sprint. How did everyone do? I actually didn't look at my word count at all beforehand. I am going through and editing and fleshing stuff out. I'm on chapter 2 right now, which is Jason's first chapter. And I realized I kind of just didn't describe people, which is a little important. Like, I just have people doing things, and I'm like, you don't get to know what they. Well, I described like too much description for characters that only are going to appear in this scene and maybe one other scene, and then my main character, my main villain, my like side character that is an entire next book will be based on his romance. They don't get descriptions, so I'm going in and being like, oh, this is shit. I have to describe the POV character, which is always a pain in the ass to do. Are you having fun, Sam?
I'm trying.
And I was like, oh, I'll just have him look at his father and be like, compare his father's look to his own. And then I realized when I have his father introduced for the first time, I'm like hiding it from the reader for a second, just like a little like, haha, you don't know he's the prince. But now I'm thinking maybe that was dumb and I should just describe. But I kind of like, anyways, anyone who reads the back of the book will know that he's the Imperial Prince or listens to any of the marketing. But for people like Sam who just pick up books and read them, they won't know. So
I would assume he's the prince. I've read enough.
No. From the there's like a one page before I'm like, haha, he's the prince. But he's like sneaking around the castle. And I want people to be like, what? Like, oh no, what happens if he gets caught? And then he's
just
caught.
saying, people like me don't read the back of the books because we've read so many books. We don't need to read the back of the books.
I know, but okay, so I have to think about that, and then I still am struggling with the fact that I don't know if I want Rye to refer to his mom, how I want the narrative referred to mom, because it's easy with Jason because he refers to his father as the Emperor. I don't even have a name for the Emperor. I don't know what his name is because he is only referred to as the Emperor as of yet. I should probably come up with a name, but I don't know if I ever want to use a name for him. And he's only referred to as a father in relation to Jason's little half brother because they share a father. So it's like once or twice says like their father, like referring to both the boys, but not ever referring to the Emperor as dad. Or I think he goes like my imperial father at one point, but like not the narrative does not put him in a father figure role. But I still don't know what to do with Brunhilde. Should I just call her Ma in the whole text?
Just go with mom or mom.
I know, it just trips me up so much, and I don't know why.
I got this done.
Nice.
This done.
Nice.
I started reading. I was somewhere on page 27. I'm at the bottom of page 28 of the PDF now. I held a silent concert and danced with my cat.
I did see that. Pure fun.
I had my October project playlist on, which is so angsty.
Oop, that's the wrong thing. Let's do break one. All right, let's check on chat. Lauren has shown up. Hi, Lauren. Welcome to WIP Wednesday. Rowan's here. I got here pretty late, but still got a good 50 words done. Nice. Plus, I finally set up a phone lockbox I bought myself, so hopefully it'll be even more productive from here on out. Oh, like I was like, what do you need a phone lockbox for the? Oh, I see. That's wild. How long did you put it in there for? Lauren, who needs character descriptions? I do. I need character descriptions. I was realizing I like have this random squire, like the little brother has a squire who I'm He doesn't even have a name, but I love him. And I'm like, I need you to show up more because I put way too much investing into your description because I think you're like a big brother for the prince, but also it's an interesting relationship that will probably show up more in book 2 because we're actually in the capital for that book. But I have the squire also be a ginger, and Jason's internal monologue is comparing his own glorious, like thick, like deep red hair to the squire who has like very like classical orange ginger hair, what I think is gorgeous. I dyed my own hair that, but is very much the he's also like 15, so his hair is like sticking up at different directions. Like he tried to comb it, but he didn't know how. And I'm like, I'm attached to this random squire that now needs a bigger part in the book. But it's fine. I'm fleshing things out. This is what I'm meant to do. Rowan, you put it in there for 3 hours, so until after the stream, have fun with that. I believe in you. If that's what you need to do, do it.
I moved over here
for D&D tonight. Ooh.
I moved over here because my poor husband was rolling around and he like went to roll on his side and my light was like right in his face and I'm like
It's like windy here and Storm is staring at the power lines directly outside my window because they're like horribly tied up and done and probably a hazard, but I don't know what to do about that.
I need to be able to set up the garage den as my primary streaming area again, and then I won't have to have a silent concert.
Yes.
My cat was so confused, CP.
She's like, why are you, what's happening?
She's like, I know what they should be, but you're not making noise. So I had to start singing very quietly to her so that she would be happy.
Poor Chris. It's just
she's not a bad singer.
No, for like having you right next to. I hate. The only people I've slept next to has been my mother in bed and sometimes my father for like when they've come and visited and stuff. And I can't make any noise because my mom is such a light sleeper. And I also do not sleep well when they are here. I can't imagine why. But I just imagine like, I guess Chris is probably a heavier sleeper than semi. Oof.
He gets mad at me if I leave, though.
Oh.
It's like he'd rather be disturbed than me leave.
Just put in, like, earplugs for him. Let's see. Lauren goes, bro, the wind be winding. Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now, and I don't know why. We need a scientist to tell us why LA wind right now is being windy.
The Earth is moving.
The Earth is moving. The Earth, that is why the wind is winding. That is not how wind works. The Earth is moving really fast, so all of the wind stays still. It feels like it's going.
Like when you're in a car.
That is the mechanic for weather, is the way the planet's moving. But it's a little chilly here, even. I've got native. It's like 64, but I woke up and it was chilly. Because I don't have my like mounds of blankets here, because I love mounds of blankets. But it's fine.
If you want a real answer, though, it's the sun's fault because the sun heats the earth unevenly.
Yes, I know why wind happens. I do, in fact, know that, but I was thinking like specifically right now. Well, Lauren likes the earth moving answer, so
thank you.
That's canon now. I mean, earthquakes.
See? Also caused by the earth moving.
Okay.
Hey, as a simplified answer, that one's actually true because
yes,
the earthquakes
that one is
caused by tectonic plates.
What is chat working on for the people who have arrived?
I assume RP is going to be working on more D&D and
yeah. Rowan, I'm guessing, is working on the old Sapphic band, play, musical, or poetry. And I have no idea what it's working on.
I don't know if you can see it or
Solid
not.
lotion bar, lavender.
Yeah. I want to tell well, it says lavender. There's half a bar of lavender, half a bar of rose quartz in here.
I thought it said salad at first, and I was like, I'm so confused, but solid makes more sense.
But no, they're just like, they're bars of lotion. So, like, if your hand gets dry from working with paper, you can just, and
Oh,
it moisturizes your hand.
I don't know if I like that or not. I think I do.
It's better for me because, like, my skin is not very dry.
Mm-hmm.
But I do need lotion sometimes, but because it's not very dry, it doesn't like to suck up the excess lotion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like forever trying to get rid of the
I
lotion and
have
everything.
like all my hair products and stuff right here, and I always have to wash my hands afterwards, no matter how little I put on my hands, because like my hair is really dry, hence all the products. But it only so much happens, and then I hate the feeling of the stickiness. I went to my improv class last week with the stickiness still on my hands from doing my hair, and I was like half paying attention until I could go to the bathroom and like wash my hands. I was like, I hate this.
So
And I've done that with classes and stuff before. Like,
that is the wrong tiny notebook. Hold on.
oh, I want to get one of those like little detective flip books because I keep using sticky notes, but now I just have a pile of sticky notes, and I'm like, we've invented solutions to this. Yeah, I need those.
I have so many. They're $1 at Walmart. I just
Send one
every
to me.
okay. I'll
No,
buy
I'll
you.
Actually,
buy
I
you
know
a
where the
couple.
closest Walmart is.
I'll buy you a couple, pack them away, and when I visit you in July, I'll bring.
Yes, use your like the like tiny little bit of space you have and to take with you for your entire trip. You're gonna stack stuff for me, filling up like half of it. Because then you can refill that half of stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what I gotta do anyway. No, just so because I like to update everybody on my year of favorites. I did not finish the Marvels. Sadly, the tome sits over there, unfinished. But I did get everything else read. Although for a side character's love story, I did not finish the series. I only got up to volume 15. But that's okay. I'll finish the other 4. I've already read 15 and 16. As for April, with a reminder to everybody that April started yesterday,
which is wild.
I have already finished an absolutely remarkable thing, which this is book 1 of a series called The Carls. It's amazing.
A book called An Absolutely Remarkable Thing?
Yes.
Damn. I thought you were going to be like, this is my new favorite book, and I was going to be really excited, but...
I mean, it is fucking amazing. It may be my new favorite sci-fi, so it's great. I have also read Circe, which...
I want to read that.
I highly recommend. That one's really good. There's a... By the same author, she did a Medusa one called Stone Blind. I wasn't a big fan of that one, but I loved Circe. Probably my favorite version of Circe ever.
Wow.
And as I said, I have read volume 15 and 16 of A Side Character's Love Story. So that is the reading that I have done. Oh, and I am 2 hours away from finishing Our Violin Ends.
I found a webcomic that is called Second Chance First World, which is actually the spin-off of a comic I had read before, because it's like this candidate to be the god of love. His lover, who's one of the gods of the underworld, died, and his soul got shattered and sent to a bunch of different universes. So it's like it's a quick transmigration thing, but it's only focusing on one. And so before it was like this modern one, and I wasn't like super into it. I was like, this is interesting, but I'm like, I was reading like translations online. They weren't the best. So I was like, it's not getting my attention, but this is on Webtoon. And you don't have to have read the previous one, and it picks up from a different soul piece. And it's like, he's he already did this world and failed to get his love's soul. And so now he's back as a different person, but he looks like his original body. And turns out his love did fall in love with him at the last second as he was dying. So now his body's like over there, but he has the same like stop being in love with my dead body. There's no one there. And it's giving scum villain with the dead body being, it's been like 5 years that the dead body has been there, and now the dead body has woken up and there's someone in there, but we don't know who. Anyways, so I'm excited about it. I caught up though, and I was like, damn it, right as the dead body woke up again. It's like 30 chapters in, and I'm like, oh. But it's in the promo that the dead body woke up, so I just kept waiting for it. So it's not a spoiler. Okay. We can go back to doing productive things.
That's
Hi,
okay. I
Pure
was
Gamer.
waiting. We're doing good. You got us right as we're going into a work sprint.
Yes, we'll chat more afterwards.
Hello. My brain is so done.
Oh. From reading too much or just tiredness or what?
All of it. I had to help my son with some rather confounding math homework last night, which murdered my brain power. But then I slept, and then I woke up, and I was like, yeah, I should be good today. But then I listened to that book, which, let me tell you, I am I'm interested, but I'm not invested. And
The
it's
book
just
is sucking up your life energy.
sucked my brain power out of me. And then I'm reading about this PTSD, which is going fine, except I've gotten to the point where I've read so much about PTSD, and I'm now at the actual PTSD section. Like, one of the things I've been reading about trauma and, like the different trauma responses, your emotional in all of that. And then I just read about the difference between acute stress disorder and PTSD. And so I get to the PTSD part, and I'm like, I literally, at one point, you can see me flipping back through my notes because I'm like, did I already do this part? I'm like, please tell me I'm not. So I'm like, so I'm no longer learning any new information.
No.
I'm just double checking things, and
It's not even like stimulating to your brain because you're like,
no.
Yeah, I know.
And
Right,
then I got to the culture and PTSD part where it's like with limited research, and then it starts talking about some other cultures in PTSD, and I'm like, oh, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't actually give me any details, and I'm like, this is the vaguest bullshit ever.
Oof. I want to check on chat. All right, we had Pure Blank Game right beforehand. Is lurking. Hope the sprint goes well. While we're catching up with chat, say what you guys got done in chat. We had H Polly, which is Henry. Hi, Henry. This is just a chat today. Is just all of my friends.
That's fine.
Every single one of my friends.
We're on your channel. Excuse me. Right?
Oh, we are on my channel. Yeah. Isaac has made it. Hi, Isaac.
Though your friends are welcome to my channel as well.
Yeah. No, actually, they all have to stay on my channel. Rowan has never showed up on your channel at all.
Ever.
Ever. Never. Hey, Lefty. That time, I'm still like messing around with this like, they're about to go on a hunt. And I'm trying a lot. Okay, so it's Jason's first chapter. It's chapter 2, and a lot of information is being thrown at the audience. And damn, Lauren, I guess we're not friends.
I'll take Lauren.
You'll take Lauren. I tried to click on it, but I accidentally hit like the 3 little dots to the side where I can like block people, and now I can't click out of that. Restream wants me to block you, Lauren.
Bye, Lauren.
Reply, and then
It's like,
Yeah,
hey, I can click things.
yeah, you click this now.
Rowan got 522 words written.
Maybe it really was the
maybe it
damn
was the
phone.
phone.
Damn, I did not get that much done.
So,
Go Rowan though.
nice.
Well, Lefty was
Lefty
sprinting
was
and sprint the missed last video update. Anyways, my sprint got 312 words in. Damn, I really should have counted my words. And then Lauren's celebrating people's success. What'd you get done, Lauren? That sounded a bunch more aggressive than I meant it.
Lauren,
What'd you get done?
I'm sorry, Lauren, you don't know me, and I'm being aggressive.
You do know me, and I'm being aggressive. But I'm trying to like balance how many characters I introduce, but I think I do need to name. I had like an unnamed knight do a couple things, and I think I'm gonna make that a named knight, which is a different named knight. And I'm like, we just have a lot of named knights right now. But I'm like,
Combine
out
them.
the scene, but also I don't want to throw a whole bunch of new characters at the audience, but also every character's new right now. So it's fine. I don't want to. I should stop underestimating my reader.
You should put a little faith and trust in your reader.
Yes.
Yeah, through the book talk, you will keep reading old books by people I enjoy, and you'll be like, damn, readers aren't stupid. Authors can put some faith in them. And then like you'll go through the beta process and you'll question yourself.
Go back to, oh wait, no, people are stupid. People are stupid when you're asking them to analyze something. Like putting too much pressure makes the stupidity heightened, which is really mean. I actually have had really good luck with it in the past. But
I don't like the word stupid. I just go with oblivious.
Oblivious? Okay.
Yes.
That's, I guess, more positive. RP is the RP. Oh, said something earlier. Started to get ready to leave for
Stop clicking!
Stop clicking! You click! I'm clicking! Also had to cancel D&D because work asked me to come in early tomorrow. No! Oh, that sucks. But I'll get overtime. My weekend will basically be 3 days, so I'm actually okay with. Oh, okay, that's good.
Okay,
I hope you get to reschedule your D&D. Lauren is fixing outline for sitcom she is writing. Very exciting. Yeah. So
my brain wants to go to bed, and I'm like, we are not tired. We would not be able to sleep. You're just done with all of this. The next section I get to read about, though, is complex trauma and complex trauma stress, which my brain is like, do we want to go there? And I'm like, bitch, we're going there. You don't have a choice.
I'm writing about there's just
Hold
a
on
lot.
real quick. I had this thought like while we were talking, and I think I know part of why the book is so brain draining is because there's like this mystery going around as to like who created the monsters, and they're like, oh, but here are all our clues and this and this and that, and I'm just like, but wait, there were other clues, and why are we hyperfixating on this? And they're like, but these things don't make sense, and I'm like, they do, but they don't. And they're like, there's gotta be more to it. And I'm like, if you fucking tell me there's gotta be more to it one more time. Gosh. So I'm like, it's trying to convince me that, like, it's not trusting me to figure out things, but it doesn't want the main characters to be smart. And I'm like, let the main characters be smart, or just be more subtle. I've already figured out it was this one guy, like, in the first half of book 1, and I'm almost done with book 2.
And it hasn't been revealed?
No, it's been revealed now. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, how far into this book am I? I am 13 hours into this book, and it's only been recently revealed. And
also they still want other things to be going on, and I'm like, this is just, it's been too long for, this is a 17-hour long book, and how long was book 1? 14 hours. And I'm not invested, but like, it is interesting. So I'm like,
I realized a couple weeks ago that I need to have my characters realize like something I was going to have like as a twist at the end, but I was like, no, they're not dumb. I want them not to be dumb. That is actively part of their character. Like one of them, that they are smart, even if they're emotionally unintelligent. Sometimes they are smart.
Sorry, I'm having so many thoughts about, because like my brain is just like, why am I not enjoying the, like, I think it's a good book. I like the characters. I don't hate Romeo and Juliet this much. Like what? But here's some of the things. It's also like, it does that thing where every time the characters get a break or are about to figure something out, shit happens. So like, nothing good is allowed to happen. Nothing good is allowed to settle. The characters cannot actually have any like winning.
So,
like I can't think.
The pacing is.
Yeah, I can't think of one thing that they have achieved that was not immediately undermined.
Ouch.
So I fucking hate when that happens. That's why I stopped watching Attack on Titans.
I think that's like kind of also why I stopped watching Attack on Titan. I know the ending to it because one of my friends, who's not one of the ones here, but it's the only anime she's ever seen, and she loved Attack on Titan, and I'm like, what's the one anime I can't like? I mean, I can still talk with her about it because I watched a lot of it. And then she told me about the ending. I like wanted her to, because I was like, I'm never gonna read it. You want to talk about it, tell me about it. Or I'm never gonna watch it. Because it's depressing as shit. But yeah, I want happy moments that aren't ruined immediately. Or even if like we can have the happy moment and then something happens, but still give us the happy moment. Without like corrupting it. All right, let's check out chat.
Yeah.
Rowan is having a lot of trouble trusting the reader right now too, but writing poetry has actually helped a lot with that. I like your poetry. I hope I helped by understanding what you were saying in your poetry, which is impressive because I don't read poetry like ever. So you did a good job communicating with your poetry. Isaac is doing dishes. Nice. We love chores. I have to go and do chores after the stream, but it's fine.
I have to do dishes later. I don't want to.
I don't have to do. Actually, it is my dishes week, but I just have to empty the dishwasher. Rowan says, good poetry is poetry that people can get a lot of different things out of. It forced me to learn not to beat the reader over the head with what I mean. It's hard, but can be done. Nice. Go you. Henry is really struggling with finding the time and energy to write for a while now, but I'm making an effort to read recreationally more recently, which might help. What have you been reading? And also, hi, I haven't talked to you in a while. Text me.
Our next book talk is Scumvillain Volume 4, and
I know I gave Henry my copies of Scumvillain 1 through 3 before, and I don't remember if they read it, but they had it for a while, so I think they might have read it. I know they've read the first one because they were sitting next to me as they read it.
Henry, update us on your Scumvillain reading journey.
Yeah. Henry goes, yeah, it's giving the characters opportunity to reflect on their own circumstances. Like, that is what's important for pacing, somewhat important for pacing. Yeah, I think so. I think the oh dear was to the either Attack on Titan or bad things happening right after good things. Isaac LMAO tried to watch Attack on Titan up until they started releasing the final season part 2 extended. Actually, this time, the end this time, we swear. Yeah, I didn't get that far. I got into the big time skip where the main character,
I got so far because my friends all liked it, and I will watch anything for anyone with
I think
them.
the soundtrack's amazing, the animation's amazing.
Yes.
It's an interesting story. But I liking the main character, and I did like Aaron at the beginning when he was being like, I'm gonna kill them all! Like, I liked him. I was like, yeah, you do that, boo! And then I didn't like him when he started genocide.
Yeah, that's
Lefty is trying to stay awake and do a little bit more writing before you head to bed. I believe in you.
fair
Awake.
enough.
So awake. You're so awake. Sorry, I did read them. That was like 2 years ago. It was wow. I've liked Scum and Villain for a really long time. Well, I knew you didn't read the fourth one because I didn't read the fourth one. We're doing that Let's Talk on where we talk, or not Let's Talk, Book Talk, on the 13th, where we talk about the stories.
You can go watch our first 3 to catch
know.
up and remind yourself.
Of what happened, or our horrible summaries.
You can watch CB grow steadily more horrified.
Yeah, because I'm like, I didn't remember it happening like this. And then I felt better in book 3. I still
Well, we
love
had a discussion in book 3 that made things a little better, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I love the book. It's still some of my favorite books.
We're gonna hope that during this next sprint, y'all don't see me just sort of flop over.
I'm just gonna give you a
brain
phone
dead.
call before we like come back. Be like, Sam, wake up, Sam.
I'm gonna be like this.
All right, let's hope I'm gonna add in this terrible teacher guy. Navigating chat. I have no idea what you're supposed to do at this end. Just say hi and respond to what we're saying, and now go work on something or do something semi-productive, and then tell us what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. I just need to come in to let people know that I may have to like get off my rock playlist because these are songs I used to listen to as a teenager that I went to bed with.
Ta-da, we're back. I think I did get a lot done that time. Let's see.
I got this page.
Yay. I added in the named knight. I named him. And there was a allusion to a named knight later, but it was only a one-off line, and now I made him an actual character. Who's a bad guy. And then I added in actual mention of Jason's like personal guard, who was his mother's knight, who exists only in the outline right now. Well, now she's on the page. And then I need to come up with a name for the town or the territory that he is now, or that he's been like banished to since his mother's death. And he's been like the lord of it. And I don't have a name for it, or I have a name in it, but I don't like the name, so I'm trying to come up with a different name. But I hate naming things. So I looked up how to name a city for writers.
I'm gonna send you a bunch of random city names when my brain functions again.
Okay. The website I'm looking at is like, consider the immediate context, and it's giving Lost Treasure City, Stranger City, Great Mountain Town. I'm like, lovingly, that is terrible. Not how actual people name things. Actual people name things terribly.
Okay, so for town names and stuff, they're most often named either for important landmarks around them or individuals who were important to the founding of the town, or like the town's greatest resource, or just something really important to it, such as Pigeon Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was a town with a forge. And
I'm thinking of naming it after either the founders, is what I refer to them in the book, which is the lesbian couple that were the dragon blessed woman that came over from the dragon area, and then her eventual wife, the princess. And so maybe I'll name it after one of them, because it's it used to be the resort area, the like summer home kind of thing, for the royal family, but the previous dynasty, they got deposed and semi-murdered, so it kind of fell into disrepair, and then our boy was sent there because it's his maternal family, and it was kind of a like jab at him, like, go hang out in your mom just got murdered. Go hang out where her whole where she vacationed as a child, which is now in disrepair. So let's see what chat said.
Hold on, before we get to chat,
okay.
I have two things. One, I'm on the top of page 33 of 36 now.
Yay!
I'm not going to finish this week, but I might actually be able to finish next week, so
yay!
That's exciting. And two, while we're talking about names, I was like, Liarsburg is one of my favorite city names, and I was sitting here trying to remember where I know it from. It's a Santa Claus movie. There's a Santa Claus where the main character gets sent off to Liarsburg.
Wow. Lefty's talking about YouTube paused on them. Rowan got another 500 words. I should throw away my phone forever. I haven't been this productive in so long.
Rowan's like,
maybe just be using the thing you bought for it, the lockbox.
Yeah, I was about to say, Rowan is just like, this lockbox was the best investment I have ever made.
Lefty got distracted, so only 109 words. Get a lockbox.
I was about to say, maybe Lefty also needs a lockbox.
Isaac liked looking at the history of an area for naming, like Alexandria after Alexander the Great. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think I might do something off of one of the founders. I actually just named it Lesbian City, Lesburg. I actually grew up somewhere named Leesburg, which is really close to Lesburg. Naming cities is so fun, but also takes 3,000 years because the name says so much about the people who have lived there throughout history. Yeah.
It's so amusing to me how stressed out other people get over naming things.
Look, it either comes to me immediately or it never comes to me. Like the seaside country kingdom that my like emperor's mistress comes from is named fuck, I didn't name it. I named her Marina though because she comes from an ocean place. But no, I didn't name her. Damn it. Or name the place. All right, Lauren says that I think I should name it Mountain City Skyberg. That is technically an option.
I was gonna say I would use that.
Oh, Lauren finished the outline. Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Lefty got distracted by cats, though. I'm not putting them in a lockbox. Fair.
That's fair.
You could close the door to the room. I would never do that, but you could technically do that.
I was about to say.
Lesbos the play. Yes. I don't know. Let's see. What are the princess and the lady's name? Please have named them. Come on past me.
Look, my names are either extremely meaningful and have like deep things where if you looked up the name means you'd get so many things, or it's some silly nonsense that I just decided to go with.
That's a terrible name. I don't even know how to Tryon. That's what I named the dragon blessed lady that defeated.
Is it Tryon or Trion?
Trion. Trion? That sounds much better than Tryon. Trion?
I would say it.
How would you spell Trion other than Tree?
Okay, I'm dyslexic, so I go
Kat,
phonetically.
How would you spell Trion?
But ion is spelled ION, so that's why when I say
Tryon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tryon,
so if we take Tryon and make it a place, Tryonsburg. No,
I would name it that.
No, I can't. 100%. This place has to be like taken seriously.
Or Tryonville, or
it's not a town. I guess I need a different like the town versus the. I think the like territory is going to be like this big, and the town is like that big, so it's a very small area. So it can have the same name. I feel like.
Just the Tryon territory.
Just the Tryon territory. Do you think that will confuse people with it being like a place versus the name of the founder lady?
No, because it's like the Tryon territory founded by Princess Tryon. It's fairly simple.
Yeah, Washington is a place.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, no, people like things have literally been named after founders for
Charlotte,
forever.
Virginia.
Let me tell you, I come from Tennessee where we have Memphis named after Memphis, Egypt.
Yeah.
And other such things. There's so many rivers. Let me tell you, I drive through the South.
So I thought you were going to start listing them off, and you're like, and other things.
Sorry, my mind just went. Do you know how many Peachtree drives exist in the South alone? There's one.
Like state streets. I think the fact that everywhere has a state street is so funny because it's not like California Street. No, it's just State Street. We could not get more specific.
And a lot of big cities also have First Avenue, Second Avenue, Third.
Yeah, okay. The numbers make more sense. The numbers, I feel like okay, that makes sense, no, but
I cannot.
You know, if they're in an order.
We have an area in my town. It's this little residential area in my town where all of the roads are named after Robin Hood characters.
That is amazing.
Is that Lady Marion?
Lady. That's one of the roads, Lady Marion.
at my hometown, there's a Winchester something, and me in my Supernatural era was so obsessed with that. I just loved that so much.
Isaac is abandoning us.
Bye, Isaac. Thanks for showing up. Also, I'm not calling it
No. You might just no.
that. I'll try and something.
The Tryon territory, I'm telling you, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's alliterative. And then if you decide to change Tryon's name, all you have to do is change. Like, it'll continue to match. Yeah.
At one point, the reason I have a little like bard telling about Tryon and her wife, the princess. I was gonna write like a short story based on their romance at some point, but now with it being a different main character every book, now after I finish the main storyline, I can just give them a book. No, we have like, okay, you know that she'll win in the end and they get married, but here's how. Because lesbians. Let's see.
People like companion novels like that, so.
Yeah. Lauren says Lauren's neighborhood had streets all named after classic books and authors. See, that's
nice.
Awesome. I'm not saying where I live, but it is a Spanish word of the description of the area, and I love that. I love that it's like, yep, okay, that's what it is.
I'm telling you, people name things so fucking simply. And I love it.
Mm-hmm. I love it, but also I have mixed feelings about it. There's a lot of new towns around, and none of them are new.
They're not new anymore.
No, but it's not a long-lasting name.
New Hampshire is still newer than Old Hampshire.
No, I'm not talking about like New York. I'm talking about the name of a town being Newtown.
Yeah, I know. Look, that was just the first example I had of a well-known.
I love the Doctor Who bit where there's New York. There's 15. And it's like a space city. I wonder when they do that. If they actually, I don't know if he actually said it 15 times. He probably did. It's David Tennant. Yeah, okay, so I'll go in and fix that. But aside from that, what did I actually do? Yeah, I wrote that guy coming in, and then I had Jason miss his maternal figure. And I gave her a curse that flares up sometimes, just chronic curse pain. And then
already. My curse is activated every time the storm runs in.
Yeah, I have what did I say? Jason longs for Chris, the absence of her steady presence at his side, even more stark as people inspect him as he rides down the street. His mother's knight, and now his personal guard, was laid up in the castle after a flare-up of an old curse was agitated. Wow, this is a horribly structured sentence. Was agitated by the long ride to the city. She had tried to let him allow her. I need to go back and edit this to accompany him, but his comfort is not worth the risk of re-aggravating the injury because he's a good boy.
Yes.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. I'm probably, during the sprint, going to try to finish, because page 33 doesn't have a ton on it, so I'm probably going to try to finish that page up and then just be done for the day. Hello again. What are you here for, other than destabilizing my thing?
Storm's laying in a sunbeam because she doesn't love me.
Don't start with seeds on the meadow farms.
That's rude.
Start with chickens.
Chickens! Chris is playing Stardew.
Yeah, I saw the little pop-up on my screen.
He said that on the meadow farm, you don't start with wheat seeds, you start with chickens.
You're like, chickens! You said chickens?
As you know, I am obsessed with chickens in these games.
I love that for you. Yeah. 16 seconds. This is our last sprint. It is only 15 minutes. It's hypothetically a wrap-up sprint. I'll be going in and fixing that name everywhere. Yeah, and then maybe do something else. See you on the other side. Hello and welcome back. Sam is answering a phone call. So, it's just me. How did everyone do that sprint? I put that name in, and then I also changed all of the spellings of Griffin from GRIFFON/IN to GRYPHON to have that fantasy feel. And because it's more dramatic and fun that way. And then I was just going normal editing through the scene, and I did get to the point where I have to decide whether or not I'm like breaking this kid's legs or not, or ribs or arm, or what level of injury I'm giving the kid, who's 8. Which I've already broke. I broke Rye's leg in the last. Like I went from just a flesh wound to breaking his leg and flesh wound. So I might break some ribs or an arm or something for the kid.
Break them.
Break
Break
them.
them mightily.
Yeah.
So I finished page 33.
Yay.
And then I was attacked viciously
Oh, I see that.
for attention and affection. And I was like, well, I was thinking of stopping anyway, so.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to The Violet Ends. And while I would, let me tell you, this entire time, there's this character named Marshall, who I'm like, who the fuck was that in Romeo and Juliet? Like, I knew when I first heard his name.
Yeah.
And then, but like, it was escaping me. And then I was like, Mercutio, that's who that motherfucker is. So.
Hi. Storm's getting up, which the sunlight is now perfectly coming in the window and illuminating the bed. But someone is also like weed whacking or something outside. She has like fur up in one direction. Oh.
But so yeah, I did that. Got some listening in. Rowan finished the chapter. Aw, yeah.
Yay. Did you say what you're working on, Rowan? Because it doesn't seem like it's in play. Is it fanfic?
Hi. Yes, you're very cute.
Ugh. Really wish I could have something where she can hang out with me, but I have one of those like suction cup things, but I'm so worried it's just gonna like shatter the mirror. So we're not doing that.
As far as books for this month goes, I'm looking forward to all of the others except Mistborn.
Oh.
It's a reread for me.
I haven't read Mistborn. I've not read any Brandon Sanderson.
It's the only Brandon Sanderson I've read, and I'm going to reread it because it is one of Mars's favorites. And also, I need to see if I remember things correctly or not.
Nice. I assume you did not love it the first time you read it?
No, I was... Okay, so if I remember correctly, part of the big twist at the end requires the reader to just not pay attention to the skin color of a couple characters. Which I have spoken to this with two of my friends, and they were like, no, like that's not true. And then they're like, the character was using like illusion magic, and I was like, they fucking were not. They were not at all hiding their appearance. And like I tried to Google it, and I'm like, yeah, I can find no evidence or information saying that this character used any sort of magic to change the way they look or to project any sort of image and stuff. So, but they were like so dead certain, and I was like, am I the one wrong? Was I the one misremembering?
Yeah.
So this reread, I will definitely be paying attention to that because I was so convinced of it when I finished reading it. And I'm like, I don't think I would have felt so strongly if that wasn't the case.
I read a book where the reveal at the end, and this is like a contemporary thing, where the main character and one of the other characters were basically twins. Like, they weren't actually twins, but they were doppelgangers. But the other one, like, dyed her hair. So no one could tell. Including, like, who's supposed to be our, like, super suave, smart MC. And they like did that reveal, and this was for this for an internship. It's like, hey, would this be good as a movie? And I'm like, no, there can't be the reveal. If it's a movie, everyone's going to be able to tell those people have the same face.
I mean, okay, look. When I wore my hair in a ponytail to school like every day, then when I would wear my hair down, nobody would recognize me.
Yeah, but the two women will be standing next to each other in so many scenes, talking. Like, it was to the point where I'm like,
I don't know. It would depend, because some people, they're just not that observant. It would not be a big reveal to the audience, I don't think, or at least most of the audience. But
there was just so many characters. Like, the brother-in-law couldn't tell, and I'm like,
okay, like, people who know them should be able to tell.
Yeah,
like,
these are like people who know them, and I'm like, what?
This reminds me of what we were like.
Henry Cavill stood outside of Times Square with a Superman shirt on.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Like behind him.
Henry Cavill like stood outside of Times Square with a Superman shirt on during the when Man of Steel was in theaters, and like the advertisements were in Times Square. No one recognized.
Well, yeah, but don't. That's also the like whole stranger. Yeah. You don't stare at strangers' faces. But yes, that is a fun thing. But yeah,
Chris didn't hear any of our conversation. He just wanted to add that.
Yeah. No, if I had my face on a billboard, you bet I'm walking around that billboard.
I was reminded. I was watching something with someone, and at some point we were like, wait, that's two different characters? Because there were these two characters who look so alike.
For once, I don't think that was me and my face blindness.
I think it was me, Chris. But I can't remember what it was. No, I don't think it was Lucifer.
I don't know who it could be.
Oh, well, you are right. That did happen. No, that kind of happened recently. Also, I was watching Lucifer, and there were two women that Chris. Characters that Chris kept getting, like, he thought they were the same one.
Okay. Storm did a little lap, got water, and has returned to her sunbeam.
As one do. Must stay hydrated.
Really in a sunbeam. It's fine. Yeah. Roman's working on a fanfic WIP abandoned about 8 months ago, but finished chapter 11, and I'll post it so my readers won't think I've died.
Fair enough.
That's
my mom was talking about how when she reads fanfics and stuff on AO3, she's like, these are not her words, but this is kind of how I remember the sentiment. She was basically just like, those authors are wild. She's like, I'll sit there and they won't update for a while, and then all of a sudden they've updated and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I was in the hospital or this or that.
Yeah, that's a like meme online is AO3 author's notes are always insane. But I don't know how much of it is people actually having wild thoughts. It's the author's curse, I think, is the thing. If you start posting on AO3, something awful is going to happen in your life.
My mom was just commenting on it as she just admired the fact that they even bothered to get back to it.
Yeah, that's wild. When it's like, hey, here's the chapter, my life is falling apart, but here's the chapter, and I'm just like, okay.
Having been having been a fan fiction writer, I'm just like, I get you. You wrote this chapter to escape from that. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that my camera is jiggling. Riju
Cat?
is sitting
Yeah.
at my
Dog.
feet
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
itching her foot. She's like,
On there.
and I can't stop her. Otherwise, like, the amount of force it would require for me to stop her would make the laptop bounce so much more than she was making it bounce. So,
On that note, this is the end of our stream. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm glad everyone got work done. Hopefully, Rowan will be able to retrieve their phone at some point. And on that note, next week will be on Sam's channel.
quarterly party is
Quarterly
on
party
Monday.
is this upcoming Monday. That's it.
Bye.